and with me I have Drix.
Hello.
I didn't change the title. 1 second. Drix, while I change the title, do you want to briefly introduce yourself as well as your experience with Pokemon Draft Leagues?
Oh man, so I'm Drix. I'm in like a lot of draft leagues now because of user Skyhops. I'm in NBA right now in the Swarm division with my kill leader Rillaboom, which was 18-1. So keeping up my monkey streak in OTL with Monkey Dory going pretty gnarly, but we'll look at that later. And I've been playing Mons since like, oh man, 2012, I want to say.
Fair,
Man, that was
fair.
a while ago. But like, I started draft more recently, like 5 years ago, but I have like a monotype background. So a lot of my sets are based on Gen 6 and 7 monotype when I was really into competitive monotype on site servers.
Yeah, and
So that's my history.
you were also saying that you knew Zap pretty well through the monotype community. Zap is notably one of the most dangerous players, I would say, in the NBA All Star division. He did have a bad season this week or this year, but definitely not a player you never sleep on, and he's very very dangerous in the monotype scene. Very good player.
Yeah, I remember Zap and I were in a league together. I think I had to give him a league test or whatever, where they had to play against, weakness, resist, and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I have a replay of ever beating him, except for like one time where he got hacks like crazy. But that's like digging through 10 years of replays.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta pull up the archives for that. Let
If I
me.
have time, I'll fish for it. Hey, look, there's my monkey streak, as mentioned. I have a thing for monkeys apparently. Like I said, Rillaboom at 18-1, and my Monkey Dory here is saying 8-0.
Yep. Let me just let the people know. Uh, Army. Oh, whatever. What's the thing? Spectators. There we go. Um. There. Just letting the other OTL people know that we are live again. Um. So yeah. So this week, this is the second week of matches. Let's look at the schedule real quick. We have 9 games to go through. I'm gonna try to not take too long on them, but every time I say that, I end up getting really nitpicky on one or two sets or plays, and next thing I know, it's been like 2 hours. Um,
I feel like they've been really good games also. I feel like a lot of them have been really close, so that makes it really hard because there's a lot to talk about in close games versus like a blowout.
yeah, exactly. No, there was like some of the NBA replays I just went over. I was like, I didn't like this play. I didn't agree with this. I don't know why they did this, or they got lucky on this. And from what I remember, I don't think I've watched every game in OTL. Um, but there was a bunch that I was like, you know what? Like both players were very, very respectful, very, very well played, and I think the prime example I was like, we'll just start with the game we played against each other because I had a lot of respect for how you played the game, and I got kind of punished for some of my greed. So I thought it was a pretty good game, and it was one that there's games that I am upset to lose, and there's games that I am like, you know what, that was a deserved win for my opponent. I can't be mad. And I think both games I played this week, both against you and against Suzu, I was just like, yeah, like they deserved to win, and they outplayed me or they outbuilt me, and that's what
Talk
matters.
about spoiler for him.
Spoilers, guys, mild spoilers. I did show the standings earlier, so you could glean from that how the game went. But yeah, before I start the replay, there's no Terra in this, so not something we have to worry about that regard. But anything that you like thought was interesting on lead matchup, or based on the 6 that I brought and 6 you brought.
Oh man, let's see. I wasn't expecting the giraffe rig. I think I don't remember prepping for it, but I think I had most of your mons clocked. I was expecting a surprise rock possibly,
Okay,
but I
okay.
think I had a gist of what 6 mons you had brought or were gonna bring.
Yeah. Now, the six that you brought, I was actually very shocked by. Because I think there was a couple mons I was like, it's not that I didn't prep for them, but I didn't expect them to actually come. So if I just look at my thing real quick, what was this matchup? Because there's a couple things I was pretty scared of that didn't come. Like notably, Marowak, Alola, and Shaman were two mons that I like was pretty respectful of in Builder. And when I didn't see them on Team Preview, I was kind of like, I was like, oh, thank God there's no Shaman because that, like, sure, there's some mons on my team that can wall it, but it's just very dangerous to run away with the Spadef drops. And then Marowak Alola also is a very dangerous wall breaker. Like, I had good checks to it, but I was still like, I have to respect it in Builder. So I was pretty shocked to see the six you brought.
I think I was like, I had a few ideas for sets that I wanted to cook and bring against you, and then I just kind of built the rest as I went off some ideas,
Just to
which I'm
enable it.
pretty happy about some of the sets, how they worked.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, with that kind of preamble out of the way, let's just get right into the matchup. Um, and I lead. Oh, why does it not have a sprite? I lead Tauros Aqua Paldea, and you lead Ninjask. I was a little bit scared of this. I've always had a lot of respect for Ninjask, because it is just so fast and can very easily run adamant and like offensive items as long as you have the ability to keep rocks off. And so I was a little bit worried about this lead matchup, but I was very defensive invested on my Tauros, so I wasn't too worried about it. And you just
Ooh,
go
I
for the
didn't see that
U-turn.
as a crit.
Oh, the U-turn was a crit. Oh dang. Huh. That little bit of chip might have mattered, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. And here you just set up all your hazards as I'm spamming bulk up on my
On a
Tauros.
side note, I wanted to run Haze on the Whisk Cache,
Mm-hmm.
but apparently it doesn't get Haze. So imagine I would have hazed you by now
If you had it,
because I
that would have been
wanted to
huge.
run
Yeah.
something like that, but instead I settled for a Scald, since I unfortunately cannot run Haze.
Yeah. But yeah, you just get up like rocks and 3 layers of spikes, which was really annoying for me. But I did bring defog, so I was like okay with that going up. And then I go for the Raging Bull here at +3 attack and, or sorry, ×3 attack, ×3 defense, so +4/+4, and it doesn't kill. You live on one, and I knew after I made this play that it was a mistake because body press was actually stronger with my set. I had max phys def instead of max attack, and so body press would have killed here instead of the Raging Bull missing the roll to kill there.
I
Um,
won't lie, I was surprised I lived that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I kind of like was like, well, shoot, I just took a skull. I took a chance to get burned for nothing if I had like just clicked the stronger move. And the reason I didn't click body press is because I thought it was more important to like conceal information about my set. But like risking the skull burn here was definitely not worth it. Which was a very risky position for me to go for. Your monkey Dory comes in, and I go for the Aqua Jet, and you go for the sludge wave. I was super annoyed because you get the toxic chain off of the sludge wave, and
I got lucky there.
yeah, and the poison kills me. And if I had not gone for the Raging Bull and body pressed to kill the Wish Cache, I would have not taken that Scald and would have lived after that poison. Um,
But I think I would have switched what I would have done here, maybe.
yeah, you could have just switched out to like Beware or something, or Earthworm, if I had to go for the Aqua Jet again. But it was just kind of it was irritating that um, the Sludge Wave happened to kill. And I also had you made a really good line going for the Sludge Wave because I had the Psychic Resist Berry. Um,
I
so
was trying to figure your item, and I
yeah,
was like, why are you gonna stay in, or why are you stay, or like saying all this up when there's a monkey dory still sitting there at full?
yep,
So I was like, you have to be the berry. I was like, you had to be. So I was looking at calcs for that during that turn to see what would be better, and it was like the same from what the calc dex was saying. So
Well, Sludge Wave does have 5 higher base power, so yeah, that was definitely the right
it
line.
was like slightly more. So I just
Yeah,
clicked Sludge Wave and tried to call the berry, which worked out for me
which
this
yeah, you
time.
got the read right, and also Sludge Wave having the 10% chance to poison is slightly better as well. Um, so yeah, so I was a little bit like, dang, okay, that poison bailed you out, and now I'm in a position where I have to get rid of these rocks and spikes and everything, and I don't actually know what item your Monkey Dory is. I kind of assumed it was Scarf, but that kind of came back to bite me later. Um, so I go into my Azelf, which is also Scarf, and I go for the
Which
Flamethrower because it basically hit everything on your team and was enough to hit Monkey Dory. The only thing it didn't hit was specifically Tatsugiri. So I kind of
which
made a gamble on the fact that you wouldn't go Tatsugiri. Um,
I was gonna go Tatsugiri, but I was kind of scared of you clicking Mystic Power and just getting free setup.
yeah, well,
So
cause in week 1 I just spammed Mystical Power to get a very easy 4-0, so definitely something you had to respect. And here, I was like, this came in, and I was like, I don't know if he knows I'm Scarf, and the only way that he beats me is if he's also Scarf. And I feel like if it's Scarf Ninjask, I'm okay against that in the end game. So I was willing to let this take the U-turn and die if you were Scarf, and you were exactly Scarf there, which was really frustrating. I was like, oh dang, okay, you just had the right set for that situation.
I had
Um,
sped crept also. I saw Zelf was the only mon faster than Monkey Dory.
yep,
So I was like, once it's gone, Monkey Dory could set up, because I was a setup set, even though I'm still never clicking Nasty Plot, unfortunately. Which
yep.
is why I like Choice Scarf. It's funny.
Now,
Choice items usually work out for me versus Nasty Plot, even though Skyhop suggests I run Nasty Plot, but I still haven't gotten the chance to pop it off that way.
yeah. But then, so Monkey Dory comes in off the U-turn. Hello, hello, Leezy. And I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, either you click Shadow Ball, either you have the Shadow Ball for me, and I'm good, or I tank like a neutral move and I'm good because I know that you aren't specs based off of the damage on Tauros. Um, but you do in fact have the Shadow Ball, which is enough to kill me. Um,
Woot.
so I was a little bit like, okay, well that was bad. I probably maybe should have just gone Togekiss instead. Um, because I think I had the free switch here into Palisand, and instead of calcing how much your Sludge Wave would do to Togekiss, I just basically went into it to see if you had Choice Scarf or um, the move to hit me, and so it was kind of like a waste of a sack basically on my end. So I was a little bit like, oh shoot, I made a huge misplay here. Um, and so then I'm forced to go Togekiss to get rid of these hazards because it's just gonna completely limit my ability to do anything with the rest of my team. And then here you make a really heads up play and go for the Psychic on my Duraludon switch in. I probably should have just sacked Togekiss there. So once again, I like the way I played this endgame, I like kind of regret because I didn't really use my sacks appropriately, and I got punished for switching into things I shouldn't have. And then even here, like I go for the late game rocks, which also was just not worth it. With like Beware and this Monkey Dory potentially running through my team.
I was trying to click moves here that like hit everything, because I was like, I'm at a point where free damage is free damage.
Yeah, exactly. I do think when you went for the Shadow Ball on this turn, that was potentially bad into a Girafarig switch, but it didn't think it really mattered. And was it? I think was Shadow Ball slightly stronger against Duraludon? Yeah, it was. So that makes sense. And here you have the Lumberry. I thought this was crazy. The Lumberry was a really crazy tech here.
It was for the Togekiss. I was intending the Nasty Plot, and I'm like, okay, Togekiss can live one.
Yeah, it makes
So I was
sense into the T
planning to
Wave
be
set.
T-Wave there.
Yep. And then yeah, so I'm Calm Mind Rest Girafarig. And this set only really works because of how Early Bird is. Early Bird works with Rest to make it so you only asleep for one turn. So that was
That's
kind of
he.
the idea behind the set. But you get just barely enough damage off with that Rapid Spin. and then you get paralyzed a bunch, which was very unfortunate. Um, and then but you get the memento off anyways. You're fast because you're +1 speed, and I just spam all the setup options. And here, this final gambit, just barely enough to take me out. I did the calc afterwards, and the rapid spin just barely put me in range of that final gambit.
Which I saw your team was pretty weak to rap or to Final Gambit, or like I could kill a lot of your faster threats with it. I was like, I'm clicking Final Gambit against something.
Yeah, very very good get out of jail free option, right? So, love to see it. And then I guess you had infiltrator too, so it means even if I have a sub setup, you can still final gambit through
Yep,
it.
because there's no need for speed boost.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, especially because you were a choice item, like speed boost is kind of wasted on a choice item set. And then I go for the Draco. It's not enough to kill you, and you do get the kill. You could have also just gone Monkey Dory, but it didn't really matter in this position. But yeah, you played very well, and I definitely made the wrong sequence of plays, I think, in that mid game when I was trying to get rid of hazards. So if I go back to like this turn right here, where you have the Monkey Dory in, and I went and calced like, okay, if he's not choice locked, do I live a Shadow Ball? And I was like, oh, I don't. I should have calced as if Togekiss takes a Sludge Wave, because I was max spit F, and like that was potentially my opportunity to get rid of hazards before this came in, and then it would be able to take a Shadow Ball. And I had a very very weird Palossand set, and
I think my counter argument would have been I might have clicked Nasty Plot there
yeah, fair.
if
fair.
you had gone Togekiss, and then I would have been
I mean, you were at 35, so you do have to respect like if I click Shadow Ball
Air Slash
or
or
Air Slash,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
that could kill. But yeah, definitely very dangerous position. But if you had clicked Nasty Plot knowing that I had Defog, that would have been a very, very good call out too.
'cause I feel like I would have done that, or been scared of Air Slash, but who knows?
Yeah. But anyway, so I make the wrong sequence. I go into Palossand early and it just dies for nothing. It does reveal you're not Choice Scarf, but like that was kind of silly on my end. And then I later also don't sack Togekiss when I maybe should have. And so then I let Duraludon take a lot more damage than it really should have as well. And so that also came back to bite me, because if it had like it would have been a different game, but if it had 60% HP instead of 30, I might have been able to take a move from something else. But like when I was at 30 here, it means I'm dead to Monkey Dory as well. And then like these rocks here also were a pretty greedy play that I should not have gone for. Because I was like, oh, I can punish the Ninjask, but like I just took so much damage that the Ninjask doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you played really well. The Monkey Dory set was really good. The Lumberry was super clutch too. I was like, oh shoot, like that's like the perfect item to have against what I brought here. And overall, I was like, yeah, they're like very very standard sets. I thought the Fizz Def Beware was really cool.
Oh, I was planning for Heracross Mega. I was scared of that thing.
Yeah, no, Heracross Mega is a huge threat in this format, but I just didn't look particularly great until like Choppleberry, Earthworm, or honestly Monkey Dory. That's why I thought you might be Choice Scarf Monkey Dory, is to deal with Heracross. But the Ninjask also kind of covered that pretty well. And then the Wish Cache being Cobra Cloak I thought was really cool. I'm not sure exactly what this is for, but probably just for the flinches. Because
It was actually for the your knuckle stack you have.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So that I could set up, and I also wanted Haze for the knuckle stack.
Right.
So you couldn't set up Iron Defenses and Body Press, because that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very, very cool. I almost brought Knuckle Stack. I thought it looked pretty good this matchup, but I was just like, I looked at the 6 that I had and was like, I kind of want these more. I also was trying to fit Revavroom, because I thought T-Spikes looked not terrible, but you did have your own Grinder Poison type, so I was kind of like, it was too greedy to really fit. And, but yeah, no, the max HP, Final Gambit, Ninjask, super, super clutch to beat the giraffe rig. I do think that a U-turn would have done a lot. Like, you probably could have just U-turned twice, but the final gambit, putting in work, absolutely.
Yeah, because if you had somehow lived, I probably would have gone Monkey Dory and he would have been at 10-0
Yeah, yeah.
in the in game where you live, unless you clicked rest predicting that I would attack, but I don't know.
Well, even if I click rest, you can just like go back into Ninjask on the turn that I'm asleep. So it was kind of an awkward situation for me. But yeah, I was really happy with my draft rig set. And the final gambit being the bailout option was super clutch for you. Getting through both of my very dangerous setup sweepers because I got like a bunch of bulk ups and combines on both mons, and you were just prepared for it either way. Anything else that I should mention that I brought that was weird? Oh, my very very silly Palosan set was rock
That looked
polish.
heat. That looked so heat when I looked at the
The post game, yeah.
post
Uh,
game.
I wanted to run a Spadef, and then I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, it has a really good offensive matchup here. And then I was like, cool, what if I brought, rock polish or something silly? But then I looked at it afterwards, I was like, oh, I did the wrong speed creep. When I was speed creeping, most of the things I was speed creeping was I forgot to speed creep Monkey Dory because I forgot that it's faster than 100. And so a lot of my speed creep was actually for Shaman. And then I realized afterwards, like, oh shoot, I messed that up. That was bad on me. So definitely a mistake. I won't make again. But I did say that because you asked to play early, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't actually prep yet, and so that was on me for not prepping earlier in the week. I got
I
kind
was
of
just so
sidetracked.
excited to pop off with the Ninjas because that was what I was cooking for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Was the Ninjas, so I was so excited to use it.
No, for sure. Having that type of like when you have a cool set and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to play the game. The excitement really gets to you. So
Yeah,
definitely, if we ever end up playing again in playoffs or something, I'm not gonna make the same mistakes. So definitely keep your A game. But
we'll see.
very very deserved win, and I'm excited to see how the rest of your season goes for sure. Um,
Same. It's gonna be hype.
with that said, I'm gonna move on to the next game, the very first game, which
Ooh,
was
Battle of the Twins.
yeah, Leezy versus Lethal, the twins themselves. Also Leezy was in chat earlier. Hello, Leezy. If you have any comments on this game, let us know. Leezy notably though bringing the Spinda, the meme of the season in a lot of ways, Spinda, off the wheel spin. And with the exception of Spinda, both these teams look very threatening. There is an Ampharos actually too, so another low tier hero. But I think this is Mega Ampharos, so
Yeah, it's Mega Ampharos.
huge huge threat. And
I'm surprised Suicune is like in low tier. Then again, it's not Terra Suicune. Suicune can be such a menace.
yeah, it's weird because Suicune was so dominant in early gens, and I think just with the prevalence of more utility moves that shut it down getting widely distributed, and the fact that there's just so many things it has to check, it's
And
so
it's so much slower than it used to be, or like there's so many things way faster that can just deal with it now
yeah, because
that
85
it's
base
like,
speed was really fast in older gens. Suicune has been the only thing I've liked about my team. Oh, okay, very interesting review from Lazy. Um,
dang,
but yeah,
you
it's
need to be cooking more with your Aerodactyl there, friend.
Aerodactyl. Yeah, Aerodactyl's super cool.
And your Chestnut. You have some goaded mons there. You just need to cook with them.
Oh, you meant to, yeah, yeah. You said you were gonna do a bunch of trades and then forgot.
Oh yeah, I saw that message that you went to sleep before you sent me and got trades, so rip your week 3.
What's your week 3 matchup? I guess we'll see. We'll see how matchup matters, but I have a feeling that you can still pull through because your team has a lot of very dangerous threats. It's just a matter of like you have to kind of like overcome some of the team's weaknesses. So, play Bobo. Ooh, okay. I know Bobo is actually he's a homie around these parts, so that sounds like a fun matchup.
Speaking of which, I heard he made some trades also.
Ooh, I might look at trades afterwards then. That said, I'm gonna get right into this game. Just so we don't get too sidetracked. We do have 7 more games after this to go through
Yeah.
still. The starter lead matchup, Chestnut having a bad matchup into Incineroar kind of here, but it's just gonna parting shot out as this goes for body press. Notably, body press not affected by the drops from parting shot.
Good click.
So yeah, good click there. It has the
And the
helmet too,
Rocky helmet.
and then Incineroar just comes right back in and gets poisoned.
And the Toxic, we take that.
Yeah, Toxic made a lot of sense in this arena. It also could have caught like um maybe Miss Magius or something coming in, so I just
Yeah.
stay in on everything. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Chestnut does have the Fizz Def to take a Flare Blitz or something. And because you were Helmet, it makes sense that if you just wanted to like trade early, get your damage off on Incineroar because it's really annoying for some other stuff on your team. Um, Makes sense. And then
Especially with that momentum of parting shot.
yeah, like if you switch out as a parting shots, it's kind of a risky play position to be in because now you've lost your lead matchup even further.
Rip
Um,
the lefties.
Serena, yeah, knocking off the lefties is pretty big. The aromatherapy, I
The
don't think
aromatherapy, that was cash. Lethal cooked that one.
did it cure. It just cured the poison on Incineroar. I think it might have been like. I think aromatherapy is good when you cure like two statuses. I think when you only are curing one status, it's kind of overrated. Um, but Serena does live the follow up Bolt Beak with the damage there, so not the worst. Unfortunately, this U-turn doesn't break sub. I was surprised this U-turn to break sub because
That
Serena
must be
is
one
pretty
fat
offensive.
Dracozolt.
Yeah, it's a thick Dracozolt. Not having lefties though is pretty good because it means that it can't just abuse sub recovery.
I wonder if Lethal will start running like rest sets with the aromatherapy. Just heal off your rest sets.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Um.
Though he's not gonna do that against me.
uh,
Though now I need to remember to keep an eye out on Zarina.
yeah, Serena's sick. I'm a big fan of it, and it really shines in these lower tier formats. I feel because in like higher power leagues, it kind of falls victim to the whole it has to usually run like a lot of defense to live a specific threat and get the spin off. Like it's very hyper focused on being a spinner in higher tier leagues. And so when it's in a more mid power level league, it can really abuse its high attack stat better. Because it's not under as much pressure to live a specific hit and get a spin off. So
Yeah.
here, the Miss Magius and Chestnut, though, they trade statuses. And this is what I was saying earlier, but I like the Toxic play earlier because it prevented Miss Magius from coming in again. And here, he gets the Toxic off on it, trades the Wisp. And the second Toxic here, I thought was also a very
That
heads-up
was a
play.
great play.
Because if you're bulletproof on this, you don't care about Shadow Ball. And so he's forced to reveal, like, a coverage move to hit you.
Could be Hex with that Willow.
Could be Hex, actually. Yeah, that's true. And then here, this is what I say. Like, if you get two statuses off, I feel like it's a much higher value aromatherapy. Getting two poisons cured. So Serena getting the utility in. Yeah, Miss May just could have ran Gleam to hit you. Here, Wisp Charizard also. What the Wisp on the other side coming through, getting the Swampert there.
Talk about tossing out statuses for days.
Oh yeah, and here we see that this Swampert has only a water attacks. I guess it has knockoff, but like no Earthquake stab to hit the
Draco,
Dracozolt.
yeah.
So it's gonna pivot out, and now Chestnut is burned in front of Incineroar. Um, it still has its helmet intact, but here Incineroar reveals
Ooh, the
overheat.
overheat.
So yeah, the special stat coming in especially there. Um, Makes it really interesting how the lead matchup was played because I think if he just clicked overheat turn one, yeah, you were
That
asking
would
for
have
that
been
whole game.
huge.
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
could have
right
just killed
back.
Chestnut turn one, and that would have been huge for lethal. But here we have the only Spinda, which is going to click Metronome and heal the Mismagius off of Pain Split. And I feel like this is just like they're the twins. They're playing for fun. It's just gonna spam Metronome and get the meme moves off. So they're just kind of like it's just going for the memes here, and just spams the Metronome until it gets killed by Burn here. And Powder Snow doing no types of damage. That said, even with the Spinda kind of just throwing for content, this is still a very even game because there's a couple of very big threats on this team. Suicune still hasn't come out of the ball. Yeah, figure you would appreciate the meme set. Aerodactyl's coming in for the first time now, and it's not even boots, so it could be a lot of very dangerous items here going forward at the Stone Edge there. Incineroar with a fake out chip, gonna get a little bit more damage there. Suicune then comes in. Maybe the Stone Edge. Oh, it's banded. Okay, fair. I don't think the banded. I don't think it revealed banded because I feel like a Stone Edge would have killed Miss Magus regardless. But maybe I'm missing how bulky Miss
Sorry,
Magus actually
I'm
is.
back now.
Oh my god! Wait, it's Curse Extreme Speed Suicune. Wait. I just saw.
What?
Oh, I just saw that it was Extreme Speed. That's crazy.
How
That's a
did I
heat
miss
set.
that? Because I think I just watched the end results, so maybe that's why.
I remember
I
just
just
skipping
kind of
over that
clicked
turn. I
skip
saw
to
it was
in.
physical, but didn't think twice about the rest of the set.
Charge beam is wild, I feel.
Yeah, that's a crazy click charge beam there. This has to Draco. This Incineroar looks like it's really sped F. They said it was crazy to bring Curse E-Speed versus Serena, and they were right. Yeah, actually, that's fair. Because Queenly Majesty prevents that.
Yeah,
Because, like, if you were just, like, Calm Mind Ice Beam, that would have been huge into Serena.
like Calm Mind, Ice Beam,
Oh, he misses the
Scald.
Draco. Oh, shoot. Wait, that Draco
Maybe.
miss might have clutched the game. Because I think that it was still kind of winnable if that Draco didn't miss. Bandit Earthquake, not quite enough to kill Ampharos. And then that's
Hmm.
basically game. Because, actually, wait, no, Suicune could still win. Depends on how much damage Lycanroc does to it. Inner Focus blocking the Intimidate also I thought was super cool. Also preventing the flinch here. Um, Not that it really mattered because it would have done the same amount of damage either way. But then I think this is Banded Stone Edge. That was a crazy game though.
It's closer than I thought it was. I thought it was a blowout, I won't lie. I must have been watching a previous replay. Maybe your game from last week where it's 4-0. Because
Maybe
I thought one of them had swept the other 4-0. Or maybe it's a different game that I had clicked
what
finish
was
watching.
it was Max Attack Adamant Suicune. Oh holy. So then maybe it wasn't. What was the item on this guy?
He says it's Stone Plate Lycanroc.
Ooh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because Excel Rock is so good.
Yeah, it's hard to want to run choice items, I feel, on like Lycanroc and those mons with a really cool priority move.
That's fair, but I also think there's a lot of teams this season that are really weak to like rock moves. So, um, yeah, if you rested a curse on the take it, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it revealed fake out, so it was you you knew that was coming, so you could have played around it. Um, but if you were like, oh, extreme speed is faster than fake out, and forgot that fake out is +3 priority, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, very.
Should have trained their Suicune to dodge stone edges.
That sounds like something Ash would do in the show. Oh, playing around knock. You already had your item knock off, I believe, because Chesto was knocked off. Um, dude, I can just imagine Ash like training with like Pikachu to dodge Stone Edge. That sounds so funny.
Wasn't there like a mainline game where you can like do stuff like that where you can like survive a hit that would have KO'd you because they love you so much or something like that?
Yeah, that was the friendship mechanic or whatever that was added in Gen 6. Whatever mechanic you use to evolve Sylveon, it affects stuff like that. And
Right. So it had to be XY.
yeah, Gen 6, yeah. And then
Yeah.
they carried it through to Gen 7 and later gens as well. Oh, there's also yeah, in the Let's Go games it was also big, yes. But I remember playing Gen 6 as a kid and we'd be like, it toughed it out in the Elite Four because it loved you, and I was like, huh, that's silly. So, um, yeah, it's surprisingly old. But yeah, very close game. So despite the spin to throw, very close game. Um,
Wait, what move did it metronome? I must
Metronome
have
did
been
like
away when that happened.
it Metronome to do a normal move on Mismagius. It clicked like Giga Drain. It clicked Powder Snow. Like it got nothing good off of Metronome.
Oof.
So and I think it actually had other moves. Oh, this is wrong. Um, did it actually have moves, or was it just mono Metronome? Yo, wait. Oh, yo, wait. Trick Toxic Wish. That's actually heat.
This is my kind of trick set.
That's
I
a
love
good.
this
Wait, yeah,
spin
wait.
though.
This should have just tricked the Choice Scarf. That would have been awesome. But no, I respect the Metronome meme, and despite it, it was still a very close game. Um, with that said, though, I'm gonna move on to the next replay. This is Azzy versus Soup.
I don't think I've. No, I have played Azzy. I haven't had the pleasure of finally seeing Soup yet in any draft league, so
Yeah, so Soup is a
that'll
close friend of
change.
mine, IRL, who I recently got invested into the draft league stuff. I've got another victim invested. So, um, Double Edge did 9% to Swampert. Yeah, it did no types of damage. But the reason I got him invested is because he was playing a Soul Link Nuzlocke with a bunch of his other friends, and I was like, well, if you like this, let me introduce you to my favorite droid of choice. And next thing I know, he was my partner for team season in the PGA, and then since then he's tried out a bunch of other seasons, and is slowly watching a friend slowly learn all the like draftisms has been really really interesting for me. So
It can be really fun or really painful. I usually suffer in anguish watching my friend get better at draft because I was helping Biscuit out last season,
mhm.
and just watching him play, it just hurts to watch sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, and like, or you see the mistakes that you've made before, and you're just like, oh no, not like this. So, it's always fun to see. Um, but yeah, Azzy, very very well accomplished player in our community here, and he drafted mono NFE in this low tier season. And the funniest thing is it's not even the first time he's done that. He has drafted NFE focused teams, I think, at least once before, maybe twice. Um, because we had a regular season, like regular power level season, where he had a Mega Scizor, a Latias, and the rest were all NFEs. And
I
so
respect that.
yeah, he's definitely had some experience with a lot of these mons. Porygon 2 and Gligar being some of his favorites, some of his favorite low tier heroes. And then Soup is
He
out
needs to
here.
add Golbat to that. Golbat's one of my favorite NFEs. It's pretty
Ooh,
fat, honestly.
yeah, because like for the longest time it was the full evolution. It wasn't until I think Gen 4 or was it Gen 3?
Gen 4,
Yeah, Gen
yeah.
4. Yeah. So yeah,
I
Crobat.
think.
Crobat actually on the other side here though. Um, and Soup is their very like balance focused. They have a Fire Water Grass core. They have a Steel type, and they have Electros. A very like offense balance focused team.
Man,
And
Electros, such a cool mon. Or its move pool is so cool.
I've always loved Electros. When I saw that mon in when I saw Tynamo in Gen 5 for the first time, I was like, I don't know why, but I just love this line. And then I finally got Electros after like grinding forever to level up Tynamo because it's so hard to train as a little kid. And yeah, it was such a favorite mon for me as well. So and it just gets like every random coverage move under the sun and has really good mixed attacking stats. So the whole no weaknesses meme is surprisingly effective, I would say, especially
Yeah,
considering how
it's.
low its base stats can be.
If only it was a little faster. It also has
Yeah,
coil, which I think is so sick, because you can run those low accuracy moves without feeling bad.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, let's just get right into this because like I said, we don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah.
This is a surprisingly bad matchup, lead matchup for Crobat, by the way, up against the Magneton.
Right.
But as he respects I guess potential Heat Wave, and they both just switch out. Um,
I was figuring they were predicting the switch into the ground type on the Volt switch, which is what I would do.
true, that makes sense too.
I would
Notably though,
instantly click Volt switch hard there.
yeah, yeah. Something that's worth noting is that the Magneton was actually faster turn one here because it switched out first.
Yep.
So that reveals that this
That's
is Choice
just its
Scarf.
scarf. Yeah.
Um, And
If
then
people
Quagsire
don't
comes
catch
in.
that, it's important to pay attention to that kind of thing
Yeah, little
for
things like
newer players.
the double switch out, or if sand or grassy terrain is active, those type of global effects, they can reveal who's faster in a lot of situations you might not expect. Um,
It's also great for weather wars.
yeah,
Not that that's a thing, but monotype experience, you learn those things fast.
yeah, exactly. Um, Here we see he gets a toxic off on Porygon 2, which is pretty big.
That's huge, yeah.
Porygon 2 taking that chip damage, not being able to just sit in and recover and spam attacks is huge for its longevity. And then Bisharp comes in here on the Quagsire, and it's just going to go for the body press to kill back. Um, if this was a Violite um, Bisharp, this crit might have mattered. But because it's Life Orb, I don't think that Body Press crit mattered in the slightest. Especially if this is, I'm pretty sure this is full Fizz-Def Quagsire. So,
And I remember seeing a comment later that his Bisharp has died twice to body press now and has not gotten any kills. Kind of unfortunate considering how threatening that mon was
yeah,
like
Bisharp is actually
previous
one of the
gens.
more threatening mons in this format, especially with the fact that it gets a Violite access. And so it not doing any work in the past two games for Azzy. Very, very surprising to see.
Let's keep that up for the fifth game also.
Here though, Electros is a very free knockoff on the Gligar, and then they just trade pivot moves here. I think they both just U-turn out. So Soup ends up with a switch initiative and gets a free Embor in, and then goes for close combat, I believe. No, goes for knockoff
Ooh,
also.
the knockoff.
Notably, this thing is already knocked off, so it doesn't do that much. But this thing not have a Violite is so important for its overall longevity. Because now
Yeah.
like neutral moves are gonna do a lot more, and then we get another crit here. It's a Scald crit
Did
comes
that
out.
one matter?
I don't know. I'll have to check based on the sets because if this is like specially attack invested Imbor, and this is Fizz-Def Gligar, I don't think. I think without a Violite, it probably is a really good chance to kill. So
Maybe someone in chat can check
I'll pull it up
if
shortly
there's.
afterwards. But this Scyther though comes in and forces out the Embor, and then Electros comes in and knocks off the boots here. Um, I was a little bit confused about this knockoff here, but it made sense if you wanted to catch Porygon or something coming in. And also, it's later revealed that this Electros in the post game, it doesn't actually have an electric move. So that was actually its best move to hit it there.
Yeah. Also revealing that their defenses are higher than their special defenses based on the download, since that's how it determines on which
Yes,
stat's lower.
yeah, seeing that this is more Fizz Def than Spidef. Getting the download here. It goes for the Heat Wave, which does nothing to Porygon 2 here. But we know it's not Choice Scarf, and it gets the U-turn off as this teleports out. And then here, the Embor just takes the dual wing beat and dies, unfortunately. And this Scyther has kind of been a giant problem for Soup this whole game. Now, I thought this was really interesting because he just goes right back in. He goes into Magneton on the Heat Wave here. I think this crit might have mattered. I'm not entirely sure what the offensive investment or the calc was here, but that's a third big crit for Soup that how much it mattered is kind of ambiguous. And the Magneton sack here, very unfortunate. And now he just goes back into Porygon 2. Maybe he didn't want to risk the poison damage into U-turn killing or something.
I wasn't sure if there's really a safe switch there either, honestly.
Yeah, maybe not. And then here, the Trailblaze gets a crit. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the calc on this was as well, but this crit might have mattered. If this was full Fizz-Def Quagsire. Granted, Scyther is very strong, has a very high base attack, and
it's technician boosted.
It's technician boosted too, yeah. So I don't think it mattered, but we see yet another ambiguous crit come in.
These crits coming from both sides.
Yeah,
At least it's not
here.
one-sided.
And then here, Copperusha comes in, gets the Citrus Berry off, and instead of killing this, I made the same mistake against you as well. Instead of just killing the thing in front of you,
Greed Rocks,
you get the Greed Rocks, and huge punish for it. There was no switch into a Heavy Slam here, because Porygon 2, after Toxic damage, did not want to take Heavy Slam. And so if Soup had just killed this with, a steel type move, the game probably was salvageable. But now, even though rocks are up, the Sneasel comes in and it can just run away with the game with Ice Shard, and it can 1v1 Celebi pretty easily. Um,
Yeah, I think that chip on Crobat really hurt it
yeah,
from the
I do
Scizor.
I do think
Or Scyther, not Scizor.
yeah, I do think that Crobat coming in earlier against Scyther was fine. To like threaten it out with Heat Wave, because if it took the dual wing beat, it was gonna live, and then it could Heat Wave back. But because Capraja was dead, he now no longer had a check for Sneasel, and as he is gonna just let the Porygon 2 come in to get this Ice Beam off and sack it, so he doesn't preserve the diff.
Another defensive mon also, which that's interesting because that was another special attack boosted download.
Yes,
I
another
think
special
he
attack
successfully
download.
got downloads on each of them, which that would have saved some damage on the Celebi if it was 4 points in special defense instead of defense, if that's where the points were.
Yeah. Yeah, here we see that the Bangtan was Choice Scarf. The Bisharp had Grass Knot, funny enough. So that could have
That
been
was a cash play.
Wait, did he?
Outside of the Rocky Helmet chip it would have taken since,
Wait,
Grass
why didn't
Knot
he
does
go for the
contact.
Grass Knot against Quagsire?
I think he knocked off on the switch, maybe?
No, because it stayed in
Or
body pressed
no.
him. Yeah, he goes for a knockoff, and Quagsire just body presses. Was Grass Knot not gonna kill?
It should. Isn't Quagsire pretty fat? Plus, it's not especially great.
Yeah, let me check that calc actually. That's a very interesting turn. Is if Azzy was here, I'm sure he could tell us. And this is Quagsire. This def. Give this Grass Knot. And make this.
What was his EV spread? Oh, only does. Well, that's with a minus special attack or minus nature, not that.
Yeah, let me just double check what the spread on Bisharp was. It was
8
adamant.
special attack.
So I guess it wouldn't have killed, but it still would have done a lot. Notably more than I
Was
think.
the Quagsire max HP?
I'm pretty sure it was. Let me check. Like, I guess the knockoff versus Grass Knot calc isn't that different, but it's still like, doing 50 as opposed to 64.
Yeah.
Because the Quagsire was lefties and it was full fizz step, yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting that he didn't go for it, but I get the knockoff was free into knockoff into Rinneberry plays around. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, knockoff was a lot better into the rest of the team, so I can see the argument for that. But just getting the body press to kill the Bisharp early was super huge. Anything else that was interesting? Embor was expert belt.
What I think it's interesting is most of those Mons have no special defense investment, so their team is more physically invested, like base stat wise, because of how the Porygon kept getting special attack boosts. I think that's pretty interesting information.
So it's actually
Not that
really
plays
funny
Soup.
that you mentioned that, because I know after talking to Soup about the post game, because he wanted like some advice on how the game went. He intentionally made his Caparaja not trigger special attack download boosts.
I respect that.
Yeah, so it was actually slightly more SPDF, so it would get attack download boost, but then he didn't do it for other stuff on his team. So it's definitely the kind of thing where like you like, oh, this is a cool tech, and then forget to do it for the rest of your team. That could have been really impactful in that game. Especially against the Celebi, because Celebi was just max HP, max speed, or max attack, max speed. It was a offensive Celebi, whereas if you put like one of this HP investment into SPDF, then you wouldn't have gotten that attack boost.
Which that would have saved you a decent amount of HP. They would have been forced to click like Icicle Clash or Knockoff, whatever their stronger power move is.
Granted, though,
Assuming
I think the Sneasel was choice banned, so I think that it was gonna 1v1 the Celebi anyways. But yeah,
Ooh, it would have had to run not or click knockoff or gamble on the T axle, maybe.
yeah, exactly. But yeah,
But I think they would have clicked knock. It would have been a safe KO from there because it was choice banded.
this is another thing I want to check was um. Oh, that crit on Cragfire mattered actually.
That's huge.
Ooh, okay, that was actually huge. Okay, so that turn was more impactful than I thought. Because when I saw the Trailblaze kill, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's Quagsire, but no, that crit mattered. So,
It
worth
is a
noting there.
fat mon.
It is, yeah, and it was Max Fizdef, so yeah, big turn there as well. Unless it doesn't have, my calc doesn't have random Rindoberry, does it? No, 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 no. But yeah, so very very close game, and I think Soup. I talked to him about some of the adjustments he could make, and he's like, yeah, I feel like I should have won that game, and I just didn't close it through. And that's something that um, is really important for new players to learn. Is that even when you think the game is won, you still have to play to your outs. So
Yeah, you never know when you'll choke or they'll get like a miss and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
one miss can be so game changing, or one crit.
The it's always winnable mentality is really important to learn because, um, you know, at the end of the day, it's you against the Wild West of what your opponent brings. So
My goal is always to lose like 0-1, ideally, or like not to get sowed. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but hey, I try.
exactly, exactly. The next matchup we have, this is a very, very historic matchup. This is Goater versus NN Plus. For those of you who don't know, from the league that we originally came from, um, these two players are some of the veterans of the old days of that, and they're good friends. They've always, had good bants. Very good matchup, yeah. So to see the two of them playing this early in the season is a really, really head-to-head big matchup to see. And lots of storied history between the two of them. So,
Ooh, speaking of NN Plus, I think they made trades also.
oh yeah, NN Plus, they are addicted to making trades. That's like their favorite thing to do in draft. Is they'll be like, the season just ended, they'll make a bunch of trades. The middle of the season comes around, they'll make a bunch of trades. Someone else is offering to get rid of something on their roster. They'll trade half their rosters with each other, and then he'll have a completely new team out of nowhere. So he has a very long history of making random trades for no reason, and I always think it's hilarious. I've always been like, brother, what's the point of making all these trades? What did you accomplish?
Having
But
different team to play would be pretty sick. That's why I like doing mocks for like others, because
yeah,
then I get to use different teams each week, and it just is so much more fun than doing the same team every week.
yeah, you can learn a lot of different playstyles just doing scrims with other people. I kind of blitzed the first few turns here, but we see
Oh yeah, I forgot. A
Pheasantipity gets
switcheroo
tricked.
turn one.
Um, Notably, not only does Pheasantipity get tricked as Choice Scarf, this Arbok also has a Black Sludge, which is simultaneously a good item for it because it's recovery, but also a very dangerous item to trick away because it just does 12% every turn to non-poison types.
That was such a lucky trick. I respect that.
Yeah,
That
very
was
very good
good.
trick early. This is part of why technically leftovers
Also
versus Black
forces to
Sludge.
switch
Yeah, exactly. Technically
because
leftovers
of
versus Black Sludge is huge on poison types. Like it's a huge debate. And sometimes it's like actually Black Sludge is better because if it gets tricked away, it's like, well, what happens if your opponent tricks it back to you on the wrong mon, right? So um
yeah.
this is kind of like how you can make those arguments for the debate on.
Also a great turn for the tricker since he outsped. He got to force a switch in,
Yep.
which that was huge.
Um
Though clicking dunk on the rune is kind of sad, but
I'm surprised he stayed in the
ooh,
click crunch here. I think he just wanted to scout the item. But Rune going for the immediate trick room I thought was very aggressive. I was like, oh wow, like going for a trick room
it
this
got to
early.
intimidate because of the switch, which that's pretty sick that it triggers on
Yeah,
the Wandering
exactly.
Spirit trade there.
Wandering Spirit is one of my favorite abilities. It's so cool because you can use Wandering Spirit to mess up like Mega Lopunny, for example. Because if they make contact with you, you steal their Scrappy, and now they can no longer Scrappy you. Um,
Which that's huge.
yeah, so Renarigus just kind of like going on the main stage, just tracing the Intimidate back, and just clicking the right moves back to back to back here. Gets the Poltergeist off on Kilowattrel on the switch. Big damage. Um,
That's huge damage.
and then predicting the Guzzlord coming in with the body press, doing
I
like
love Guzzlord.
yeah, yeah.
I used to have a replay of sweeping people in monotype with Guzzlord on like a really trashy dragon monotype team. But that one got erased, like all those replays that got erased, so all
Oh
my
yeah, the
like
big
meme
replay went.
team days were gone.
Also, big shout out to Triple MZ for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I hope you
Hype.
guys enjoy the dancing Tobias gif. Um, and here we again. We see the Wandering Spirit again as he sacks the Runerigus to get the last Intimidate off. And in comes Pyroar. Pyroar being like a pseudo mascot of the league of the 1 Trillion Lions. So it's really funny to see it on one of our mods, Lucas's team, Mr. NN Plus. And he has work up Pyroar, which
It's the only setup move it
it's the
gets,
only
because
setup
it's the
move it gets.
tragic mon. It is one of those mons that has the tragic move pool for like a physical sweeper while also being better at special attacking.
Yeah, it
Because it
just
has
has gotten no
Moxie
love.
also.
Well, and there's a bunch of moves where like a bunch of instances where you thought it would get some love. Like I'm surprised it didn't get any like new additions in Gen 8 because it was very like UK themed, and the lion is a big icon of like UK like knights and stuff like that. And it just got no love in that
True.
gen.
That is kind of surprising now that you mention it. I've never thought about it because I'm not really a fan of the mon itself. Because, like I said, it's got a really crap move set.
Yeah, it's
Or
basically a hyper voice, fire blast, and cry. So
it got the Sceptile treatment when Sceptile first came out.
yeah, yeah. It has the wrong distribution of moves and stats. Um, Here we see this gunk shot misses blasters from the switch in, and then it gets a toxic off for it, which is a little bit unfortunate.
That is bad.
But Mega Steelix against Rotom, Mo comes in here with the Modem
Gets
name.
the rocks.
The rocks.
Oh, here's a big play. I remember this turn in the surprise.
Oh yeah, triggering the
The
competitive by
competitive.
defogging here, and this thing gets cooked by Hurricane.
Is this the 4-0 game that I remember seeing then? No, because
Oh shoot.
that just happened. The the Trick Scarf coming back to haunt.
Yeah,
Kind
this.
of feels bad to Trick Scarf sometimes, I feel.
I feel like you should have just gone straight back to Arbok for free on that, but
Got a Toxic on Milotic. Could be a bad play, honestly, because of its ability.
well, I think the Toxic is more important than the Marvel scale here because
True.
your physical attackers, Steelix Mega and Arbok, are probably not 1v1ing Melodic anyways, and so the poison is probably more important.
Then again, it's probably competitive, because who runs Marvel Scale
Coders in here with him,
these
I've
days?
already won. Yeah, it's letting the Fez kill the Kilowatt was fine because he figures he's already won the end game, which makes sense. You can sack whatever you want, exactly. And then I think we're just gonna speed up the last of this because this comes down to a lot of wish passing, installing, and the whole 9 yards. Just because
Oh yeah,
Godar doesn't
stall.
have to
We
go
live
for
for it.
any dangerous plays. He just has to keep his team healthy and let Milotic die to Toxic. And notably, he tricks away the leftovers, or tricks away the Black Sludge to the Milotic. And
Oh,
so,
that's big.
yeah, very big. What turn does he do that? This comes in, he gets the wish off,
Must have been this turn,
and he
right?
tricks the Black Sludge. Um,
On the Scald.
so now not only is Milotic taking poison damage, but it's also taking Black Sludge damage, and it's on a super quick timer now.
Yeah, that timer just sped up.
And then Jardigan can't touch Steelix Mega with the gunk shot. I think at the end of the game it's revealed that this is choice banned. Um,
I think I remember that.
and yeah, he has to protect too to kind of double check what it wants to do, and it's just also going to die to poison and rocks. And yeah, it's just a game of Chip cleaning up the game here. Jardigan gonna take more poison chip. Steelix. Oh, he does switch moves. Never mind. Okay, no. So he was Life Orb Sheer Force actually instead of Choice Band. Oh, you weren't banned. Yeah, Goder also with the reaction we had of
Oh yeah, Gunk having that secondary, making it look like a choice band because of Sure Force with Life Orb.
yeah, exactly. I may have
Only
bluffed the
time
ban
I
too
like the
long.
Rock Life Orb, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, this Arbok was honestly the star of this game because the trick and the trick coming in double clutch there with the toxic sludge as well as the choice scarf or switcheroo rather. And then Guzzler was AV. It kind of just took a bunch of damage from Renegus early.
Yeah, that
Um,
body press hurt.
the lack of respect for competitive, giving Kilowattrel a huge opportunity to take over the game. And although I guess like Rotom-Mo couldn't really touch it at all because it has to respect Volt Absorb as well.
Yeah. Bluffing the Volt Absorb to make the Rotom-Mo not want to come.
And then this was offensive Fezandipity, funny enough. So it getting a choice scarf wasn't the worst, but definitely kind of messed with his plan there. Fizz Def Rotom-Mo, Sheer Force Life Orb, No Speed Druddigan, and the Trick Room Reneragus. I feel like he was trying to use Trick Room with Druddigan, and then Reneragus just kind of had its opportunity to do what it wanted to anyways, so it didn't have to.
I Spy Memento. I like that move.
I think Memento is overrated, but definitely it has its place, and I've definitely slept on it before and not respected. I mean, you had Memento against me earlier too, so. And then this was just full Fizz Def Milotic with lefties, so yeah.
Hey, it was Marvel Scale. Wild.
I don't think the Marvel skill mattered for any calcs, but yeah, it was, technically a ability to get some extra value there.
Yeah,
But yeah, very, very, lots of history between these two
that was a
players.
good game.
Good game, and definitely some interesting plays and sets from Lucas from No Nut Plus, from NN
Also,
Plus.
3 snakes in
Three.
total.
Oh, there is a lot of snakes. Oh yeah. Yo, I'm surprised Goder didn't draft Eel Team 6, the whole snake roster. Up next, this is against Suzu versus Neon. Did Neon make some trades?
I think Stormtide did that in our PGA one where we teamed up. Pretty sure he had a all snake team,
Oh
if I
yeah, that's
remember
true. That's
right.
true.
Shout
Um,
out to Stormtide.
but yeah, this matchup here, Gensuzu I think has one of the strongest rosters this season. And Neon has arguably one of the weakest rosters this season. However, Neon's team has a lot of very dangerous sets and a very like straightforward game plan that you have to respect because it's got a lot of Trick Room abusers and Trick Room setters, and it's also got a lot of very fast flying types. And so it can really test your ability to check those if you don't have strong answers. Gensu's running a very standard balance team here. He does have electric terrain with Pincurchin, but he didn't bring his abuser, which is Raichu Alola. And his big threat
Huh.
is Ceruledge.
A Wishy-Washy. Wild. I didn't even know that got drafted.
Oh, Wishiwashi is it's a staple. It's a low tier water type that frequently gets drafted in higher power leagues, and it's very good at taking a hit and doing a big hit back. So, but yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Wishiwashi lead, pretty standard, very safe lead into most of the things on this roster, but it is gonna switch out because it doesn't want to risk getting poisoned or knocked, I guess. Momento. Gets the rocks up here. They both just trade for hazards. Gudra going for the surf.
Big Surf.
And it's just trick rooms. Okay. Draco doesn't kill.
And
Okay.
Draco.
I think he should have just surfed again. I don't know if I like the Draco there because just based on
I'm
head
surprised
calcs,
he didn't spin to get the rocks off his side. I felt like that would have been a great turn to spin on the Surf.
he might not have it because he has Stealth Rod,
True.
Trick Room, Teleport. So either he's got an attack move or like something else. But yeah, they're just gonna knock off the Klefki.
Ooh,
Getting
no
rid of the
clay.
Light Clay is pretty big, but this Drain Punch does 0. I believe this is Mega Camerupt. Yeah,
Oh, here comes the Wishy-Washy.
goes for the sub. Wishiwashi has a free flip turnout here. But I don't know, what is he going into? Oh yeah, Gudra
Guja
super, yeah.
eats it.
Even with the screens, that does 15, but it would have done 30 anyways, which I think Gudra is more than happy to take. It goes for the Surf. Grimstall comes in. It's a pretty safe bet here. It gets up its own
Oh, there's
screens.
screens.
No poison is
And
pretty fortunate here.
ooh, parting shot.
That was a very early parting shot. He didn't go for the reflect, which I thought was interesting. I guess he didn't want to risk getting poisoned, so.
Fish on fish violence here.
Oh yeah, we got the fish duo. And Wave Crash doing a chunk and missing the Toxic actually is pretty big.
Yeah. Forcing the wishy-washy into its baby form now, or
Yeah, getting it low is really, really big because it's so much weaker when it's in this form. And it's pretty much just dead to rocks on switch in too. This comes in on the rapid spin. Okay, so Gensuzu
spins.
does get his hazards off, and then this is dead. I don't think he had an ice shard. He could have honestly gone for another spin, but revealing the ice shard there makes a lot of sense. And this
I think
actually
I would
does
have
get
kept
both
it
screens
hidden
off.
for the Noivern. See if they'd send Noivern in earlier without screens and then ice sharded away.
Yeah, no,
But that would have been a gamble, probably.
I do think revealing the ice shard early might have been a mistake. Missing the Draco here, unfortunately, and that would have 2-KO'd Pincurchin. Notably, I don't think this set electric
Late
terrain.
game spikes.
Very, very late. It's not that late actually, and there's a lot of things that don't want to take the chip.
True.
Like both Muck and Camerupt are gonna take a lot from that.
Doesn't it have like
Legion,
lightning rod at his other ability?
yeah, it must be Lightning Rod.
For what? Did they have a threatening electric mon? I don't know Neon's team, honestly. I only know my opponent's team for the weeks. That's usually about it.
Once again, the sub on Camerupt Mega not working out because it just gets its sub broken by Wishy Washy and then dies to Surf here. Yeah, I think the sub was a little bit ambitious there. I think if he had just killed the thing in front of him, he would have been better off. But I think he was trying to play around the flash fire or like ground resists. And then yeah, now this Muck just cannot touch Klefki. It's gonna get screens up for free. I think Muck gets Brick Break, which might have been a good bring, but I could be wrong.
It does get Brick Break. Speaking of which, that spike from earlier has been paying off from I said, so I take back my previous statement of it being too early.
It does Dove and Electric. And then here's the Ice Shard. He did reveal it earlier, but yeah, it's gonna come into play there. And then, oh wait, if he knew he had Ice Shard, why did he go that?
That's a good question.
Maybe he wanted to force it to stay in and take Poison Chip, but I don't know. And then yeah, that's just gonna die to any move really. Yeah, I think there were some pretty good plays from Neon, but Gensuzu just kind of had the straightforward defensive game plan here and forced his opponent to make the plays and was able to get away with it. The last move on Claydol was Earth Power, so no spin. Very standard camera upset. Grimsnarl had play rough as his last move. Basket Legion was Expert Belt. Oh, it's missing 4 EVs though. Wee woo, 4 EVs missing. Make sure you get every EV matters, as we say around here. We've seen thing lives on 1%.
Oh yeah,
all the time. So don't forget that last EV. This was Specs Noivern. Okay, that explains why he did so much to Pincurchin. And then Muck was Assault Vest. And then Gensuzu. Very standard max HP, max attack Donphan. Klefki was mixed defenses with.
Ooh, with Trick Room and
it had its own Trick Room. That was
That's
probably the undo Trick Room, if anything.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then very standard max attack Boots Wishy Washy. Okay. I guess the Ice Beam was good for the flying types. Sarah Ledge was max HP, max def with bulk up. Okay, very bulky Sarah Ledge set. We never saw
something I'd roll. Ooh, with Culber. Pretty
mm-hmm.
nice.
Gudra was AV. Makes a lot of sense. Just 4 attacks. And Pincurchin was Lightning Rod with a Spike Setter with Recover. And max F. Probably to take the flying type moves pretty well.
Ooh, and IV to be slow.
Yes.
No, no speed and a minus nature. I'm guessing Sassy is
Yep. Well, I mean, Pincurchin is like base 15 speed or something ridiculously slow. So I think it was
probably
already.
the top slow Camerupt and click the tasty 4x scald.
Yep. Yep. But I think even with that, like it was still just gonna be slower than everything, no matter what.
Yeah, but better
Uh,
safe than sorry. Extra prep.
but yeah, Gensuzu definitely bringing a very safe build, and Neon had some really cool tech. Was just a little too late in the situation there, and unfortunately, Camera getting punished for its subs pretty easily
Yeah,
by
that
Gensuzu
chip
there.
is rough and no way to recover on its own.
hmm
So
We have four more replays left. I'm gonna try to blitz through them. This is Bobozab versus Matt Izayab for president. Um, I will say Matt's team looks really threatening here, but Bobozab does have what I would argue is one of the best mons in the format, which is Starmie. And I think this is Mega Manetric. So
yeah, it is. Which I'm pretty sure you just traded. And Kamala, I feel like if not respected, can do some big damage
oh yeah, it's got a lot of attack.
with Last Resort.
Last resort, it's a really good spinner. It's got pretty good natural spit F. So okay.
And it's protection from like most status moves because of its ability.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Metagross.
Ooh, that was the
Matt's
Lumberry.
yeah,
That's heat.
Lumberry's sub is very interesting. It goes for the knockoff on the Cobra Berry. And oh,
Ooh,
Bobo's out forgetting
Poltergeist.
that because this thing doesn't have an item, it can't be hit by Poltergeist. So that works out really well for Matt there. This is gonna Mega Intimidate. This gets blocked. It will also get blocked by Clear Body, so not super relevant there. But oh my god, wait, is this just gonna win on its own?
That was Magnet Pull. Jeez. Because if it was sturdy, it would have ate that. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
actually,
trying to
yeah,
trap the
notably not
Metagross,
sturdy.
but it didn't have a balloon, right? Man.
Yeah, no
I
balloon.
wonder why I was trying to trap Metagross or a slow one or something.
I don't think Matt has a different
Ooh,
steel type.
the Suck Punch.
Also, with the shiny log, gets the rapid spin. Wait, he could have gone this earlier, I guess, but he had to go for the scald on
Ooh,
Starmie.
Mirror Herb. That's heat. Enduring.
I don't know if the endure matters, but interesting. Oh, Custap Berry?
Pushtat Berry.
Flail?
Flail. Ooh, that's some heat right there. I like that.
That's a cool set, but I just think it wasn't quite enough here.
Yeah.
And then Amoonguss actually lives this, which is crazy. But Altaria without the Mega is super weak, so
Yeah. I also think they could have just gone Dusknoir and Shadow Sneak if they had Shadow Sneak.
maybe not though, because they didn't seem to have a move to hit Metagross after Poltergeist missed. So
That's true.
and then Calm Mind Hyper Voice is gonna kill, and then I don't think Amoonguss can.
And yeah, it does. Oh, Calm Mind again.
That was a very
But there's
greedy Calm
still a
Mind.
whole Moltres there that'll just eat it alive, probably. But
Wait, if
Psychic
Psychic would have
works.
just killed, why didn't he go for it? This is also Lumberry.
Another
Dang.
Lumberry.
Okay.
They're prepping for the spores.
Why are you a hater? Who hurt you? Gustave Berry Kamala, Spec Starmie, Mega Manetric, Black
Wait, when
Sludge.
does Starmie die? What
It
killed the
got knocked off
Starmie?
by Metagross.
Oh,
It got a Scald off and then knocked. So,
gotcha.
Probobass was Magnapole. It was a Salt Vest. Seems like a weird set, but maybe there was
Oh,
something on.
that's.
I'm
I
forgetting.
want. I'm curious about. Oh, it was Trick Room Pain Split. Gotcha. So it didn't have Shadow Sneak.
Oh, an Ice Punch. Oh.
Which I've heard that. I don't know if it's true, but Sneak can bypass sub. I don't know if that's accurate or if it's
No, no,
just
no.
me
It doesn't.
tripping by. It doesn't.
It's Phantom Force ignores Protect is the weird ghost move tech. This was just max HP, max attack Metagross, very standard mat set. Um, double Lumberry with the modest
Hey,
Sylveon
it
as
worked
well.
out.
It did. Scarf Mienshao with Regenerator, Tentacruel with Shuka Berry, very standard mat set. Just trying to guarantee the spin.
Defensive. Interesting.
Scarf Moltres. Okay, that explains why he was like really running the defensive spin Tentacruel was to enable Moltres to not have to run boots. And same with Altaria, also not running boots with the Mirror Herb. They had Adamant Dragon Dance Dual Wing Beat doing like not even killing Amoonguss was so funny though.
Was the Moongus defensive? I forget.
I think it was Spadef. Let me double check.
Because that would have been even sadder if it wasn't even defensive. It
It was
wasn't.
Spadef
That's so sad.
Amoonguss.
Altaria's so trash.
This was Adamant. Oh, dude. Oh no, dude. Altaria. That's a that's a tough look for vanilla Altaria. Holy, not getting the kill on Amoonguss. Okay, we got three left. Three left. Let's we got 3 minutes, 30 minutes roughly, because I wanted to try to make
Ooh,
around 9.
I haven't seen this one.
So this is Kilika Aiden versus Stormtide. Two different league commissioners. Kilika, part of our mod team here at the OTL, and Stormtide, known for running the NHL, which is currently doing it's in the middle of its transition from Gen 5 to Gen 6. So lots of drama going on with the roster trades for the Nidoking Heritage League. Yeah, very, very interesting match. We see two different commissioners go up against each other.
I just see a Clefairy, and I want to know why Stormtide has a Clefairy.
Clefairy is actually surprisingly like we've had our fair share of Clefairy slander around here, but it has a like surprisingly good amount of bulk with a Violite, and like at the end of the day, it has all the good moves that Clefable has. So
Fair.
like here it comes in on this Zydog. It only takes 28. I'm guessing that's banded extreme speed, but I could be wrong. And it just gets rocks up, so it's already done its job, right? So Armarouge comes with the defog. This is a free fire move on whatever wants to come in.
Or psychic. Ooh, the trick.
Oh, traded
It
choice
was
spec for
specs
choice
earlier.
band. That's funny. And then yeah, 1,000 arrows is just gonna kill there. I feel like you should just go on Clefable.
Septile.
It's Mega
Septile.
Yeah, respecting the Dragon Pulse there because he's choice locked into a ground move. This sets up its own
Clefairy
rocks.
coming.
Okay. I guess maybe it doesn't have a steal move. Because it just roosts. It defogs its own rocks. Let's go! Defog your own rocks!
Seismic Toss.
Not Helmet, notably. Unless this is Magic Guard. Maybe it's Magic. It might actually just be Magic Guard. That would make a lot of
the
sense.
Relic Song.
Transforms with the Relic Song. And it sets Rain Dance.
A Rain Dance.
Oh my god, okay.
I know what's next. I haven't seen this game, by the way. This is the first for me.
That flip turn just kills with the Rain Boost.
That's big damage. Here comes Seismitoad.
Stormtide living up to their own name of setting the storm here. Wait, was this... Why was this faster?
Was that Water Absorb? Must have been
it must be Water Absorb or something else. It's not Swift Swim, because I don't think there's any way this outspeeds without Swift Swim. Leech Life, gonna gain a bunch back. Is this Specs locked?
Is it gonna...
Oh, it manually
Yep,
rain
here's
dances.
the Rain Dance.
But it's not choice locked. Was there a water type it had to run Water Absorb for that I'm missing?
I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh,
that
Outrage.
Oh.
Is it over?
I'm surprised that killed, because I know that
Must be banded.
it's gotta be banded. I know that Kilika has ran very defensive Slither Wings in the past. No, it's self-confusion.
Ooh, the confusion. That's huge.
1? We hit the 1 count?
Sort of.
To 2?
2.
Unfortunate that's actually going to matter for differential, because that could have been a 3-0 as opposed to upper hand.
Upper hand.
Oh my god, he reveals the tech.
That is cash.
That's so cash.
That is so cash.
Yo, Stormtide cooked with us. Holy.
How did I miss this game?
This game was sick. Holy. The Rain Dance tech. Wait, what was the Storm? Okay, wait, we gotta see what the It was Swift Swim. It was just max
Stormtide.
HP.
That's wild. I thought you were Water Absorbed that whole time.
It was just slow. So it must have been Choice Scarf. I mean, I guessed it was Choice Scarf, but I was surprised it was slower. Yeah, Jolly Choice Scarf is faster than the no speed investment. This was Choice Band. It got tricked away. Life Orb Meloetta with Relic Song. Just spamming normal
Going huge
moves.
physical there.
This is a very physical leaning Meloetta, notably.
I wonder what the 40 special attack EVs were for.
It's probably she just didn't need the like he speed creeped something else, and so he put the rest of the investment into special attack for that relic song damage. Skarmory was
Fair.
helmet, which means that this Clef was in fact Magic Guard. And then Jolteon, we didn't get to see it do anything, but it looks like it was a defensive set. Wait, why was it Sleep Talk? Toxic
Was there a
Sleep Talk.
mon with rest or something somewhere we missed?
Was there a Spore user? Maybe Sleep Powder Sceptile? Or like Hypnosis Circuitry? Very interesting. One we did not see though was Circuitry, which was Shukaberry. And Offensive Timid. I have no idea what the sleep. Okay, Stormtide has no idea either. Great. I'd love to see it.
I was gonna say, you got any rest abusers over there, or like sleep moves other than
Wait.
hypnosis? Cause who relies on that, honestly? Aerial Ace, what was that for? Oh wait,
So upper
dumb
hand
question.
beats Leech Life or beats First Impression, and if it's not Scarf, Slitherwing, you can aerial ace it. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
that's some cash tech right there.
I'm guessing Hypnosis Circ would be my only really bet, but I'm not sure. And then we got two more left. Let's run through them. This is also another historic matchup. Dorkies and
Oh man,
Roy Ace,
Roy
also both
Ace.
from the same historic league that a lot of us started in.
I spy
Dorky
Wochian.
Dorky is a very good player. He's currently in the hustle division of the NBA. We actually just watched one of his replays earlier. He's a very good player, but he's also a very busy player. He has like a lot of IRL stuff going on, and so doesn't have the same level of time to prep as some other players do. Not saying that like not everyone else is busy, but I know that he's kind of in and out of leagues depending on his IRL schedule. And Roy Ace,
Makes sense.
kind of in a similar boat, but he likes to take things pretty casually. He's a truant gamer and has some really fun sets though. He loves to run some crazy sets, so this is gonna be a hype game to see. I think I watched this one actually yesterday. So
I think I
Staraptor,
caught this one also. That U-turn did some decent damage, honestly.
I mean it's not.
Ooh, rocks.
Oh, it is resisting.
Big Wochian.
So this Aura Sphere
Love
was
me
a
some
huge
Wochian.
call out on the Wochen coming in. Also just very strong into everything on this team. Like I don't think anything resisted fighting here, so very safe play.
Ooh, Endeavor. That's some heat right there.
Also notably, this is not choice locked because it just switched.
Dang. I
Auras.
thought it was specs, I won't lie.
Yeah, doing that much to Wochen without specs is kind of crazy.
Fun fact, Wochian has the highest special defense of any dark type.
Dang. Okay, I did not know that. This Regidrago though is special, and Apollyon Giga Walls it. And then it just gets to
Ooh,
roar
the
for free.
roar.
Getting
The
more
funny
chip
button.
with the rocks here is huge.
I love games like this where you just click roar and watch their health bars drain.
Yeah, Empoleon kind of going crazy on the main stage right now. Also getting the kill on Houndoom, that flamethrower
The
doing
other funny
nothing.
button, Scald. The two funny buttons, Scald or Roar.
Scald Roar. Sacred Sword gonna chunk through the Wochen here, but it does get the
The
knockoff.
knockoff.
The knockoff off, which is huge for limiting this thing's survivability. Because Pidgeot can come in, and now Heatwave is definitely gonna kill. After that, and then Empoleon just come in on for free on this Regidrago all day.
Oh yeah.
Because he revealed that he was choice locked, and then Empoleon gets to roost. This turn is also huge. Who goes for Tailwind? Wait.
Would have been huge to click Final Gambit there. Staraptor also gets
I'm
Final
surprised you
Gambit,
didn't just
for
click
those
close
who
combat
don't know.
immediately. The greedy Tailwind actually kind of coming back to bite him here.
This turn made me sad. I remember coming in and watching this turn, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, because Draco would have killed there. But because he's so low health, that Dragon Energy does no damage. And unfortunately, that is kind of just the game locked up here. And Empoleon is kind of just borderline
Gonna
unkillable at this
just
point.
bully the rest of those Mons.
Oh, he does have the Earth Power.
Get...
Wait, he could have just clicked. Oh, maybe he was respecting the Pidgeot.
He was.
But yeah, just roosting off the Earth
Because
Power
he meant
like
to
it's
go
nothing.
Draco there, which is a good play, because Pidgeot just comes in and that's more chip on your Regidrago.
Yeah, the Rock's doing so much work there. And then yeah, Hurricane spam. I think just cleans up the game here. This is gonna get Heat
Heat
Wave
Wave here, and then
late at night in the middle of
switch to
June.
Empoleon.
And then yeah, he respects the Scarf Draco. Yep, and I'm pretty sure Empoleon and Pidgeot got every kill this game. So,
Yeah, I remember seeing somewhere, I think as he mentioned
Empoleon
in
ate. He really did.
general,
He ate
that
that up.
of their win or their kills, it's all on Pidgeot, Mega, and Empoleon from like both games. Or maybe it's just this game, I don't know which.
This is a very funny Staraptor set. Max HP, max attack, but it's missing 4 EVs. Wee woo, wee woo. Don't forget your 4 EVs. Claudstra with Sea Incense. That's nuts
What's
because
that even do?
it boosts water type moves.
Oh,
So it's like
I
Mystic
used
Water or
Mystic
Splash
Water
Plate.
or whatever.
But notably, that Aura Sphere just did that much damage raw off of Mega Launcher to Wochen.
And it was serious nature. That's wild.
Wait, wait, did he just forget his nature? Because he's not even running any physical moves. He probably just forgot.
That's so wild that it was a serious nature, so not even boosting, which it probably would have been modest.
I'm serious.
Honestly.
How serious are you? And it's just Clawitzer looking at you with like a deadpan stare. Scarf Regidrago, Munsdale's lefties, yeah, pretty standard. The Minior was Sash, which makes sense. It's a Sash lead with Endeavor. Turtonator was Dragon Fang with Shell Smash. Never got to see that go off. Wochen was full Fizzstiff, which explains why that Aura Sphere did so much. Palmont was Offensive Life Orb. Full Spadef and Empoleon. And Pidgeot was Max Attack with Naive Nature. For the Steel Wing. Oh, shoot. What was Steel Wing for? What's on Royce's roster that Steel Wing is for? He doesn't have
I don't remember, and I faced him last week.
a Carbink. There's a
Oh,
Carbink.
Carbink, yeah.
That's funny. That's super cool tech. Steel Wing. Okay, we're gonna rock our last matchup. This is
Luke Nukem versus
shoot. What's this? Ryan. Ryan.
Yeah.
The RB Zigzagoons. These two players. Both pretty good players. Who are kind of new to our community. Ryan notably, beat me in the NHL playoffs for Gen 5. Very, very close game. It was awesome to have him as a guest on stream. So shout outs to our boy Ryan. And Luke Nukem, I think he's played in the NBA a fair bit. So pretty solid player. Or actually, I might be getting mixed up with someone else. But
He
anyways,
knocked me out of finals on my first Swarm showing.
Okay, yeah. So Swarm Gamer and Luke Nukem, both have very good teams. I know that I rated Ryan's team particularly high in my ratings, and Luke Nukem having a very dangerous threat in Toxtricity and some very solid offensive threats here. He's been a Season 1 NBA player. Okay, yeah. Since Season 1, even before me then, because I didn't join NBA until Season 2. But getting the Toxic Spikes up right away.
I didn't know it got T-Spikes.
Yeah, it does. It's one of the weird utility moves it actually gets access to.
I do love the Golem Alola, though. From
That
the
one's so
cube
cool,
thing
yeah.
I played earlier with OTL, which that was hype.
The Cube project.
I very much enjoyed my Golem Alola in that. I also had Tetsugiri in that, which did numbers.
Right now, these T-Spikes are doing a lot of work, though. I think it helped
Oh, yeah.
that kill on Machamp, and then doing some chip damage to Typhlosion here.
Ooh, the Fire Blast miss.
Oh,
Hate
it's
to
the
see
Wisp on the Coil set. Okay.
Ouch.
I wonder how much that Fire Blast would have done, because this is a Violite possible mon, so...
Body Slam, what else? Oh, switches.
Oh, here we see the Sword Dance Tinkaton again.
Hello.
This was a huge set last week for Ryan. And
Gigaton Hammer.
Yep. Oh, he messed up his own set. Big Flare Blitz coming through. Golem Alola just comes in to take that. And then this gets to U-turn, so it's not choice locked. As this goes for sub.
Oh, so this is the set they were talking about in chat. Sub Focus Punch.
Does this kill?
I hear it has
Oh
a
my-
50% chance of
and he
OHKOing
got the
from
crit.
I remember reading that was discussed if the crit mattered or not. And it was apparently a 50% roll on if it lived or not.
I mean, I don't know. I think the crit was deserved because that focus punch was aura as hell. Holy, that was
I love Sub Punch, so that's always great to see.
yep. And Talonflame here reveals boots. It gets its boots knocked off, but does get the flame body on Tinkaton, which is huge because this thing was kind of a threat earlier. And then it just dies
And just
to
eats
Flare
it
Blitz.
with a Flare Blitz.
I
Yeah.
respect that because it's now burned, so it can't do what it's originally planning to do in sweep. And if you let it stay in, you force Tinkaton to kill it, or force Talonflame to kill it, and now Talonflame can't switch in on rocks again because there's no
So now they're
removal
gonna
left.
sack it.
Actually, funny enough,
Revealing Scarf there for
so
the low kicks.
yeah, not even going for the first impression. Um, funny enough, the fact that it got poisoned by the T spikes means that it can't be burnt by the flame body. Um, which is
That's huge.
kind of almost misses another fire blast. Oh, that's so terrible.
That Typhlosion needs some glasses.
He really does, dude. Really needs a. Oh, and it's Calm Mind. Oh shoot.
No wonder it's not choice specs. If it was choice specs, it might have landed one.
Got the accuracy of the glasses. Okay, so here we see that it does 47 after Calm Mind, so it is going to do about 32, 31 without the misses. So Dunsparce would have been okay to take that with the roost, but still very unfortunate. Goes the axe
Ooh,
kick.
axe
Ooh,
kick.
that's Scarf axe kick too. So Toxtricity gets to come in here, misses the axe kick, and
And
takes 50.
jeez,
So that
these misses.
miss does kind of matter because I had a chance to confuse if it hit, and also the chip damage on this would have mattered for Iron Leaves coming into against later. Sludge Wave gonna kill there. Cork Drive speed.
Quark
Yep.
drive speed, so it's now
Side
basically
Blade.
a scarf.
Does this have a way? I guess it has close combat. No. Ice
Ice
Punch.
punch.
Does this have E speed?
It doesn't.
No.
So it could have also been bullet punch. That would have been good also. And they forgot to post their, or they saved the replay before they posted their teams, but they do have them in the
They were in post
Discord.
game. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, looking quickly at some of the sets here, just for posterity. We had Typhlosion was max attack, timid. I kind of like the set. The Wisp was cool. The Cobra Berry made sense.
Ooh, Cobra Berry, yeah.
Cobra Berry Machamp.
Cobra Berry.
Um,
What's Cobra Berry for?
flying moves. It's flying moves.
Ah, gotcha.
Tinkaton was lefties, max attack, jolly. This was Choice Scarf as we saw. This was the Sub Punch lefty set with Adamant Nature.
Ooh, Galvanize also.
Galvanized
like
Double
that.
Edge. Ooh. And then this was not even max attack actually, but probably for the speed boost. Just 3 attacks, sword stance. Did not have close combat though, notably. So that could have mattered against the Lucario in the end game there. And then the other sets, we had Flying Gem Zarude with acrobatics. Okay, that's cool.
That's heat.
Talonflame was boots. Missing 4 EVs. Oh no! Oh no! Every EV matters. Literally though, Adamant max speed.
Wow.
Lucario was Mirror Herb. Oh, that's cool. With agility. And I only had Ice Punch. No extreme speed, notably.
Coil, Body Slam, Earthquake. Yep, that sounds like a Dunsparce set to me.
Impish though, Impish full speed F. So, you could have maybe optimized your EVs a little bit. Not a huge issue. And then also Mirror Herb Toxtricity. Double Mirror Herb is very, very it makes
What
a lot
was
of
he
sense.
banking for?
Well, Ryan's team. Where's Ryan? His team has a lot of setup sweepers. It's a very offensive team.
Oh yeah, Cloyster,
D-Dance,
Tinkaton,
Flygon, Tinkaton. A lot of Sword Stance users.
Sword Stance, Graphite.
Yep. So the respecting the setup options with the Mirror Herbs, and then Fizz Def Sandslash, pretty standard spinner set. Did a lot of work though. That Sand Slash looked pretty good. But yeah, very close game.
Yeah.
The T spikes were very good, but also might have been um a problem because it poisoned low kicks instead of getting burned. So very funny that way. And Lucario just barely not enough to beat the Iron Leaves at the end game. That said, I'm surprised it didn't have CC. So there must have been something. It's probably Zarude that they wanted Mega Horn for.
Yeah.
With that said, thank you so much for being a guest, Drix.
Oh, my pleasure.
I have some people hanging out at my place IRL, and I gotta kind of get back and finish some stuff up around the house. So I do want to make sure I get stream ended off. Any last few words you want to say to the people before I end stream?
Not that I could think of. Till next time.
Till next time, I'm wishing you best of luck with the rest of the OTL season.
Thanks. Same
And
to you.
oh, we didn't get a chance to watch your NBA
There's
playoffs
always
game.
next time.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna run a quick stream to finish off the NBA replays tomorrow. So if any hustle or swarm or not hustle, swarm or truant gamers are excited to see that, please let me know. And for those of you who didn't see, I did post my personal streamer Discord link. So if you want to get notified about everything going on my end, please check that out. I'm more than happy to always have new guests there. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me just show off my schedule for the week as we end off here. And yeah, I'm gonna end the call with you, Drix. Thank you so much for being an awesome guest. And
Thank you for
always
having.
always fun to have a new friend on commentary. But if you ever want to join for commentary again, let me know. I'm more than happy to have you back. And yeah, super fun time.
Till next time.
Okay, I'm gonna end the call.
Uh,
And with that said, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I'm gonna try and follow a more strict schedule this week. I know I say that every week, but feel free to harass me about it. There is, if you are in my Discord server, there is the streamer John's channel, where you can call me out every time I'm late on stream or say I'm gonna do something and don't. So please feel free to harass me. I if anyone needs it, it's me. I'm gonna quickly check if there's anyone worth rating. And then end stream so I can get back to some IRL stuff. We will raid into my good friend, Sweet Vanille, who I collabed with like about a month ago. I gotta make sure you type her name right. But she is a Quebecois VTuber, and a very close friend of myself and my close friend Anya. Yeah, it's a lovely person. And she has a very cute model. So I'm gonna send the raid to her. And thank you all for coming out. We will see you next time. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. I'll make an announcement in my Discord about it, and I will also be streaming later this week. If anyone wants to play Slay the Spire, feel free to harass me in my Discord. We're always happy to have co-op guests on, and yeah, I'm gonna try and climb some ascensions and get some of my other socials sorted out this week. We will see you next time. So scuffed. this little schedule of mine is so scuffed. Oh my god. Bye everyone. Make sure to say hi, Raiders. And stop.